Everybody, I'm going to do my 10 best movies of 2009, the critic edition, not the Mark Kelso enjoys edition. The Academy had it right and for the most part, but they left a few out and they put a few in. It always happens. My number 10, and this you may agree with this, you may not. And just so you know, I'll do honorable mentions. Where the Wild Things Are, Avatar, District 9. Yeah, that'll do it. Observe and Report, possibly. But number 10 I have as being the Fantastic Mr. Fox. One of the most well-written written animated films of all time. I really believe that. Dialogue-wise, there's a ton of dialogue in this movie. If you haven't seen it, I think it's a must-see, especially if you're a fan of the animated genre. The visuals are not very good. You're not going to be blown away. They're unique, but they're not very good. Looks like it's done with almost like clay, but I don't even know how to explain it. But it just phenomenal dialogue. It doesn't pander. I don't know if the word's pander, but something along those lines. It doesn't talk down to children, which is the vein of a few children's movies. Where the Wild Things Are, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Up. They don't talk down to children. So Fantastic Mr. Fox is my number 10. Definitely better than Avatar, writing wise. Next is 500 Days of Summer. Probably one of the better date movies to come out, at least in this decade. Or this previous decade, I should say. Phenomenally funny. It does a lot with its PG-13 rating, which I feel like it should have been. I think it would have taken the next level if it was an R-rated movie. You could tell it kind of wanted to be an R-rated movie. That just maybe the dialogue didn't go that far, so they maybe cut a little bit out just to make it PG-13. I think it would have done better numbers if it was R-rated. I just think it would have been better if it was R-rated. But I do feel like it's one of the 10 best movies of the year. If you haven't seen it, I think you'll enjoy it. At worst, you're not going to hate it. At worst. Number 8, I have Moon, starring Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell. One of the 5 best performances of the year, for sure. The fact that he wasn't even buzzed about it at all is ridiculous. He does so much. Granted, he kind of plays himself here, but obviously it's an over-the-top version of himself. I just feel like when guys play themselves and it's good, why should they be penalized because it was them? Michael Cera in Youth and Revolt I felt was phenomenal, but it was Michael Cera. He does what he does. It's not good. That's bullshit. Sam Rockwell was Sam Rockwell in this movie, but he was an awesome version of Sam Rockwell. And he was 2 different sides of Sam Rockwell. And just one of the best performances. And one of the most unique movies as well. So Moon gets my number 8. Number 7, Precious. A movie that some people may not enjoy due to the fact that it's pretty depressing in some moments. But I do feel like it redeems itself towards the end. And there's a few scenes throughout that really make it one of the more heartwarming movies for a long time. And it does it in a very obvious way, which I don't mind. And it's very over the top in as far as the drama that happens, as opposed to a movie like, in similarities to a movie like A Serious Man. For those of you who like A Serious Man, Precious is basically the same thing with a different setting. I don't understand how you don't put that parallel together, but Precious is very good. That's really it. And Monique, phenomenal. Phenomenal. Did I do number 8, number 7, and now number 6, The Hangover. I really do feel like it's one of the 10 best movies of the year. Anytime an R-rated comedy comes out that's vulgar, as vulgar as it could possibly be, and I'll say this about Wedding Crashers, Borat, Superbad, and it has a story. Although this movie isn't as strong as some of those other stories, not including Borat. Superbad's really the only one. It has great acting from all the parts. It doesn't feel like it's ad-libbed as much as some other comedies, which is a unique feel. It had a unique feel to it. And I just felt like everything was delivered well. Really great cinematography for a comedy movie, or a vulgar comedy movie, I should say. And I just really enjoyed it. I actually personally, and this is why I'm different from a critic, or this is where I can kind of differentiate myself. I didn't think it was as funny as almost anybody else. I thought it was pretty funny. I thought it was very funny actually. I don't own, like, I never bought it. I have it though. My mother bought it. There you go with the broad sweeping. So I think it's very funny. It's definitely one of the 10 best movies of the year for sure. And then number 5, this will be the last movie I talk about on this video. I'll do 4, 3, or no. Yeah, 4, 3, 2, and 1 on the last one. Number 5, The Hurt Locker, starring Jeremy the Hitman Brunner. I just made that up. The thing about this movie and why it's not in my top 3 like it is in almost everybody else's top 3, when it gets serious, and not serious like tense, I mean serious like when the characters are talking in a serious manner, it gets very cliche. And I don't feel like that is something that needs to be done in a movie where it's trying to do something new. And this movie's trying to bring the Iraq War into a new light, and I don't feel like you need to go the cliche route to do that. And I feel like it kind of sucks in that manner. Like if you really listen to the dialogue, it's a lot of this shit is war, man. It's like, come on. But very tense moments here, very interesting scenes. It kind of feels like it jumps from scene to scene, not very well, but it's like one big scene then followed by another big scene. Everything in between it develops the characters pretty well, and that's why I do believe Jeremy Renner is the top 5 best actor here. He does really good work in between the scenes. I feel like it just fell a slight bit short from these other 4 movies I'm going to mention, but it's still a great movie. Like I said, I think I gave it an 8.25 out of 10. That's a very good rating. Obviously there's been better years as far as Academy Award type movies, but still a very good movie. Everybody should see The Hurt Locker. So stay tuned for 4, 3, 2, and 1 in the next video. And let me know what you guys think, and take it easy. Now I'm just going to sit here for a minute, as you know, because YouTube doesn't like me. Drink my motherfucking water. Take a wild guess as to what the next 4 are, too, while you're watching this. I hope you watch this one first and not the other one. I want to know what your guesses are. Post your guesses before you watch the other movie. Post your guesses. That's what I want you to do. Post the guesses as to what you think the next 4 are, and in what order. Just based on what I'm going to say, not what you're going to say. You can also do that too, but maybe do that in a video response if you want. I'm not getting any video responses. I like video responses, especially on top 10 lists and all that kind of stuff. I want to see your top 10 list. I want you to explain it too. I don't want you to just, it's my top 10 list. Just give me some explanations there, buddy. Taser. It's on my arm. Lavender blue, lavender